Live from Las Vegas, I'm Diego Sanchez, president of HousingWire, and I'm joined today by Paul Doman, president and CEO of the Accurate Group. Thanks so much for joining us today, Paul.
Oh, it's great to be here with you, Diego. I love it.
So tell us more about the Accurate Group and how you interact with lenders.
Yeah, so the Accurate Group is one of the industry's largest valuation businesses. We have one of the largest appraisal management companies in the U.S. We also manage a large technology business in the valuation space. In addition, we have a title data business and services businesses that supports lenders on the servicing side. So we're kind of a vital asset to the lending community, connecting them to evaluating the collateral, which is such an important part of real estate lending. And we connect them through their origination platforms to us, to their vendors, and we manage that entire process for them.
So how is the valuation space evolving right now for mortgage lenders? And what's your role in that evolution?
So it's amazing how much change is going on right now in the valuation space in the mortgage world. Regulatory change, technology change, credit risk compliance change, and really change in product mix driven also by the GSEs who are trying to modernize the whole valuation process as well. We're going to certainly talk about UAD 3.6, which is a dramatic change going on right now, and not all lenders realize the magnitude of that change as it relates to their loan process, their loan origination systems. We essentially are an integrated provider into their loan origination systems, so we're a key gateway to help them achieve compliance with UAD 3.6 and really to manage the valuation process efficiently for them.
What is UAD 3.6?
So essentially, the old-fashioned appraisal business, if you think about it, appraisers have always worked with fairly antiquated technology. Many of them still work with a clipboard and a pencil in the property when they're evaluating the collateral, but many of them also work on form software. And traditionally, for the last 30 years, that form software has been basically filling out a static PDF form and creating a PDF of an appraisal and delivering it to the bank or the mortgage lender. Now we've evolved somewhat. That PDF can be converted into an XML file and they can ingest data into their platforms. But there's never been a true uniform appraisal data set similar to what we have in the credit space or even now where we're evolving to in the title space. And UAD is moving to a standardized, discrete data set for an appraisal away from that old-fashioned form process that we've had for many years. And surprisingly, that is a significant change. If you think about all the piping that is between us and the lenders and all the piping that is the appraiser software that is used by the appraisers as well.
So it requires everybody to level up in terms of their comfort with data and moving digital.
It is a total transformation from the appraiser's desktop through the appraisal management company or direct to a lender. The lender's integrations are completely different. What the lender's underwriting and collateral risk teams are looking at is going to be completely different, and it's a seismic shift.
Well, with change can come risk, and so you've got to manage that risk for your lender clients. How are you doing that at the Accurate Group?
So the first thing we're doing is getting the Accurate Group prepared to manage the UAD 3.6 process for our customers and also manage our suppliers, our appraiser networks, making sure they're ready to connect with us and being ahead of the curve and being prepared. So we're prepared, we can help our lenders prepare, we can help our appraisers prepare. We were really clear in talking to the GSEs, even at this meeting, that we're prepared for UAD 3.6. They've told us they're not moving the dates and people need to be prepared. And so we're completely on board and helping our lender customers. One of the great things our chief appraiser has done is survey our vendor base, our appraisers in the marketplace. And we've learned from the appraisers that they want to stick through with this change. We were concerned initially that a lot of appraisers would simply opt out. We've thrown a lot of change at appraisers recently, and we're concerned they might opt out. Thankfully, 90% plus of our appraisers are on board. We're also concerned that it's going to take them longer to produce an appraisal report, and also maybe have that appraisal transaction cost more because of the additional work. Thankfully, what we're learning is with the right training of those appraisers, making them feel comfortable, those things may not be an issue. But the big issue is getting everybody to standardize their data set and be able to deliver it into complex systems within large banks and large mortgage lenders.
So another acronym that people are throwing around in the valuation space is AVMs, or automated valuation models. How do you interact with AVMs at the Accurate Group, and how do you help lenders test and utilize them?
Yeah, we have so many acronyms in this business, it is remarkable. So we have certainly UAD 3.6, we have uniform collateral data collection that we do with the GSEs, and we have AVMs, automated valuation models. And we really are a leader in the automated valuation model space, primarily because of our independence. And again, very similar to the role that we play as a data transmission intermediary to the lenders, we play a neutral role on the AVM front as well. We help lenders validate how to use AVMs, and AVMs can be used a variety of ways, whether it's at point of sale for qualifying borrowers, whether it's for origination of portfolio and non-QM loans, and also in some cases for servicing and defaults in the capital markets. Our job is to help them set up the right risk-based analysis of their AVM usage, and we maintain our objectivity and work with companies that help us validate the hit rate of those AVMs, also the quality of those values that are being delivered by the AVM by market, and then we subsequently, on an ongoing basis, evaluate that for them as to how their AVMs are performing over time. And we really pride ourselves on our neutrality. We support all the AVM companies. We're a value-added reseller to them, but we really focus on delivering a true, unique data set and combined group of AVMs that is right for the application that the lender or the servicer is using for them.
So if lenders set up their valuation cascade appropriately, they can be faster, they can be more cost effective, they can be more efficient. Do you work with lenders to set up those valuation cascades?
We do, and that's our primary job as a not only a consultant, but a compliance consultant, making sure that they're setting up a cascade that not only is going to make them more efficient, faster, but also that they're evaluating the collateral property and they're managing risk appropriately. And then lastly, the regulators are extremely focused on AVM cascades and AVM usage, so we make sure that they're establishing compliant AVM cascades and they won't have challenges with their regulators in an audit environment or just for any types of risk purposes.
All right, a lot going on in the valuation space, a lot of innovation, UAD on the way very soon. How are you helping your lenders stay ahead of all this change, and what other changes do you see coming in the next 12 to 18 months?
So I think the primary thing we're focused on is being ahead of the change. So being proactive in embracing the change, helping our lenders bring them along, helping our vendors bring them along, and being a true value-added partner. But where we also see some significant change is in the area of AI. AI and process automation in the valuation space is changing the game for us, changing the game for appraisers and lenders as well. So when you look at what AI is going to bring to the table, and already has brought to the table, I mean, there's a myriad of solutions. Just the fact that we're going to have a discrete data set now with UAD, with that discrete data set, we can make a lot of decisions using automation. Obviously, quality control comes to mind. One of the reasons why UAD is an asset for lenders, it's going to eliminate a lot of the rework we do in the appraisal process, which takes time and money, and we're going to bring that rework down. Already, we've built AI-driven quality control processes in the appraisal world, and we've partnered with folks who are building those to help us produce higher quality appraisal reports. In addition, if you think about AI, it's going to enhance the process of making decisions. So if we need to deliver a specific appraisal assignment to a specific appraiser in a specific market, normally a person can help us make that decision, but ultimately AI can make that decision today for us and make that happen faster, more accurately, without errors. AI in our business is not going to completely replace humans in any way, but it will help us streamline processes, create efficiencies, and with the right people supervising and helping the AI learn, we think we're going to be very well positioned. So our goal is to stay out front of all that.
Yeah, it sounds like it doesn't replace humans, it just makes them better at valuing properties.
It does, and I think that's the key, having some human oversight into what is one of the most fundamentally important things that we do, which is make sure that the collateral is worth what it is valued at, is fundamental to the future of, we think, the lending environment. And we all saw in the mortgage crisis many years ago that the collateral process wasn't always the best.
Right.
We've learned from that, and we don't want to just let AI run the process. We think we can deploy humans in a meaningful way alongside AI.
Paul, what an interesting conversation. Thank you so much for joining me today.
You're welcome. Great to be with you, Diego.
Yeah.
Enjoyed it.